Everyone, my name is Tanner Yoder, and for today's NSC 150 assignment, I decided to do my topic about running, and specifically the article that I'm researching, and that was my empirical resource of information, is titled "The Effect of Different Running Exercise Modalities on Post-Exercise Stress Markers." For my health question, I decided to ask my question about, does intense running for long periods of time cause oxidative stress within an athlete's body and contribute to the development of heart problems and cardiovascular disease? I wanted to research to see if long periods of running, if there are any negative health consequences, as well as what proper running should look like within an athlete in order to improve not only their performance, but also to make sure that they don't have an injury. So for the non-reliable source, I found an article which is called "Health Myth: Is Running Really That Bad for Your Knee?" This article was written in the format of a blog. It was not peer-reviewed, as well as there was no citations for the author's statements, and so there was nothing to make sure that his facts were to see where his facts were coming from and to make sure that his information was correct and right within his blog. And then for my empirical source or my reliable source of information, I found my article again. It was titled "Effect of Different Running Exercise Modalities on Post-Exercise Oxidative Stress Markers in Trained Athletes." And this was not only found on Google Scholar, it was also found in the Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health. It was written by a total of 5 different authors who either got their master's degree or their doctorate in either biology or exercise science. And so they have an understanding of how the body works and is properly function. And then this is also a reliable source because it was also peer reviewed. And so their data was analyzed. Their conclusions that they drew upon and their research was all analyzed and read by other people in order to make sure that they are not only explaining the correct information, but also giving the correct analysis for what their results show. So to start off, my article, the goal of my article, so the main goal that the researchers asked was they were going to try to determine the type of exercise, whether continuous or intermediate running, allows for a person to have a minimal level of oxidative stress. And so oxidative stress is defined as the amount of free radicals that the body produces when it is constantly exerting energy. Free radicals are not good for a person because it can lead to a person developing more lipids, more fat, especially around the heart area and other organs. And so this can lead to, if it's continuously and done for a period of time, it can lead to cardiovascular disease and other health related illnesses, just because it allows for the heart to have lipids produced around it and develop, and it just not have it the proper health. And so they looked at continuous running, which is running for long periods of time without taking a break, and then intermediate running, which is running for a short period of time and then having a small break in it. And so the participants were, there were a total of 13 male athletes. They had a mean age of between 20 to 22 years old. They were required to have a different requirements in order to participate. And this included, they had to have a minimum of 8 hours a week of training. They had to be healthy and physically fit. And then they also could not consume any alcohol or caffeine. Before beginning the exercises, though, they performed a time to exhaustion test, which is called MASS, and this is just stands for maximum aerobic speed, and this was used to determine their maximum speed before they got tired and exhausted, so they can use it to compare it to the other results that they got when the athletes were actually running. And so during the exercise, they continually had their not only heart rate monitored, but they also had their blood drawn in order to analyze to determine how many free radicals were produced after each exercise. And so to start off, exercise 1 was continuous running at 75% mass for 25 minutes. Exercise 2 was intermediate running, which consisted of running for 15 seconds at 75% mass. And then they took a 15-second break where they slowed their running down, slowed their pace down in order to catch their breath. And they did this for a total of 50 minutes. And then exercise 3 was intermediate running, which consisted of running for 30 seconds at 75% mass. And then they took a 30-second break. And this again was done for 50 minutes. The running was also performed outdoors where they observed them, as well as on a PVC running surface. And so for the analysis and results section, the researchers discovered that exercise 3, which was running for 30 seconds and then taking a break for 30 seconds, produced the most radicals. So this had the worst result for the athletes because it produced the most radicals within the body. And again, oxidative stress is not good for a person because it leads to the imbalance of free radicals, which can lead to cell damage and then cell death within the body. And so they determined that exercise 3 produced a higher lipid amount compared to exercises 1 and 2. And the one that had the better result, that produced the lowest amount of free radicals, was exercise 2, where it was running for 15 seconds and then taking a break for 15 seconds, which was because it promoted a better balance between the free radical production, as well as allowing the athlete to not only catch his breath, but also to take a break instead of running straight through for 30 minutes straight. And so this article is important because it shows you not only the benefits of running, as it improves mental health, it improves glucose regulation, improves cognitive function, but it also leads to a better and healthier lifestyle if done correctly. And so this information is extremely important to people because it allows people to understand what free radicals are, as well as understand what the health risks are, and how free radicals can contribute to cardiovascular disease and help cardiovascular problems if it's not taken care of properly. And so the study main goal was to allow the audience to understand what oxidative stress is, as well as to examine the different type of running exercises that they perform, so they can get a better idea about what the proper running exercise for athletes should be, so that their performance not only increases, but they also limit their injury rate. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any other questions that you want to ask me, please feel free to ask me in class or message me. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching this video.